Could we have gotten our first hint at Cameo Fighters before Mortal Kombat 1 was even revealed? And how many Cameo Fighters were hinted at? Well, that's what I'm going to be talking about in this video. No face cam intro for this video, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm recording this at 5 in the morning and I am super fucking tired and I look like trash. But anyways, I want to remind you guys, if you're enjoying the Mortal Kombat 1 content and if you're excited for the game, make sure to drop a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss Mortal Kombat 1 content from me. And make sure to join my Discord. We have a nice community. If you guys want to talk all about Mortal Kombat 1 and want to discuss about the hype, make sure you click the link down below and join the discussion. So we're going to look at some older tweets from Ed Boon. Now, these are some tweets before Mortal Kombat 1 was revealed, but at this time, people already knew that the next Mortal Kombat game was going to be the game NetherRealm was going to work on next. Like, we already knew that. It was just a matter of time as to when it was revealed. Obviously, it's revealed now, but at the time, we already knew it. So, Ed Boon would do these random Twitter Q&A sessions, and people would ask him, hey, is XYZ character going to be in the next Mortal Kombat game? And sometimes Ed Boon would just straight up say signs point to yes. Yes, it's very likely for this character to return. Stay tuned. All of this straight up answers for these characters. Now, again, this could mean anything. He could just say that, yes, eventually down the line in Mortal Kombat 13, you'll see the character, or yes, you'll see the character in Mortal Kombat Onslaught. Doesn't necessarily mean that he's saying that these characters will be in Mortal Kombat 1 specifically, but it is worthy of discussion. It is worthy of bringing up. I don't want to spend too much time on this because I already made a video on it, so if you guys want to check that out, go ahead and click the links down below. But to summarize, I did make a graphic of all the characters Ed Boon used positive language toward in terms of their chances of returning in the future. And if you look at these characters, these are a lot of great choices. Like, if these characters, let's say for the sake of the argument, these characters are going to be in Mortal Kombat 1 in one way or another, this is a pretty good roster so far. It has a lot of fan favorite characters, a lot of fan requested characters, and some obscure ones as well. But in the video where I first talked about this subject, I actually forgot to include Drahmin in there. Now, the reason why I didn't bring up Drahmin at the time of making the old video is because when Ed Boon was talking about Drahmin, he said that Drahmin is not likely to return as a main fighter. Now, again, these tweets were made before Mortal Kombat 1 was even revealed, before it was even confirmed. And now that Mortal Kombat 1 is confirmed, and we know about Cameo Fighters being separate from the main roster of the game and are not going to be your main character that you play, I'm thinking that maybe Ed Boon was being very cheeky and implying that Drahmin might be a Cameo Fighter, but we didn't know that at the time. So at the time of the tweet, we thought that Drahmin was just not going to show up in the game. He was never going to be a playable character, but the language that Ed Boon used here could actually mean that Drahmin is a Cameo Fighter in Mortal Kombat 1. I actually really would love to have Drahmin as a fully playable character. I think there is so much potential with the character. Just look at his concept art in Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance. There's so much cool character concepts in there, but it's not presented in the game. It's not presented in Deadly Alliance or any of his future appearances. So I feel like with the right management, with the right people working on him, this time around he can actually be really cool. But at the end of the day, let's be real, Drahmin is just never going to be a main roster character. He's never going to show up in a modern Mortal Kombat game. But now that Cameo Fighters are a thing for Mortal Kombat 1, and still, there is plenty of things to learn about for this Cameo Fighter system, I think it opens up the door for a lot of these characters that were never going to really show up as a fully playable character to actually be in the game in one way or another. And that's what makes me kind of excited for Cameo Fighters, is that it gives characters opportunities, characters especially that were really never going to be be a main roster character to still show up as a playable character in some form or fashion. Now, if you take a look back at the graphic that I made of all the characters Ed Boon has positively talked about in terms of chances of being in the next Mortal Kombat game or in a future Mortal Kombat game, some of these characters have been confirmed. Some of them have been leaked, real leaks already, so we already know they're in the game. And some of them, you guys know which ones they are Cameo Fighters already. So knowing Ed Boon made these tweets about these characters, and now knowing that some of these characters are actually going to be Cameo Fighters through leaks that I'm not going to elaborate on, as well as also fully playable characters, and Ed Boon made that Drahmin tweet, I am thinking that maybe all of these characters on this graphic are actually going to be in Mortal Kombat 1. Now, I'm not saying all of them are going to be fully playable characters. I'm not even saying that all of them are going to be Cameo Fighters. It's probably going to be a mix, and we as a community are probably going to have to guess which ones are going to be fully playable characters and which ones are going to be cameo characters, or which ones can be both, because like I said, I don't think that being a cameo fighter automatically disqualifies you from being a fully playable character, but I also think that not all cameo fighters are going to be fully playable characters. And you know what? I feel like that could work, but we need to see more information about that. It really just depends on the character. Like, I wouldn't want Havoc or Reiko to be exclusively cameo fighters. That would just be very, very disappointing. Characters that people have been waiting years to fully play as, years to be a fully fleshed character, and for them to just be diminished to a cameo fighter would just not be that great. But on the other hand, like I've been saying, we have to accept that there are certain characters that are just never going to be fully playable characters if we're being real with ourselves. Characters like Drahmin, characters like Moloch, characters like Darius, Mocap, Meat. These characters are just never going to be characters in a main roster ever again in a modern Mortal Kombat game. I think we can all know that. But to get those characters as cameo fighters at the very least, I think I will take that. And there are plenty of characters that I will gladly accept just as cameo fighters, because I just consciously know they're not going to be a fully playable character anytime soon. There's a lot to look forward to in the future. Remember, guys, we're going to be getting a full gameplay premiere at the Summer Game Fest June 8th on Thursday. I will be here streaming it, so we're going to see what these cameo fighters are all about, and we're going to see our first look at who is going to be a cameo fighter in Mortal Kombat 1. I'm excited. I'm a little bit nervous. It is a big concern, but still, I have a lot to look forward to. The more I think about it, the more I have a positive view on it, but things may just turn in the other direction and I may not like it, and we're just going to have to wait and see, and we're going to be here watching it for the very first time. Remember, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you drop a big thumbs up and subscribe for more Mortal Kombat content. I will see you all in the next video.